再開です。よかった、直前にセーブしてて。ポイリのエラーってなんて危ないの。離れないでよ。ってことはあれか、錬金術。あ、全部終わってんのか。怖いのよ。
Something must be keeping it at bay.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
なんだい。
Easy. He helped us out in the shadows.
あ、ハーパー。
Come.
Come.
Jahira!
かっこいい。顔もいかつい。なんだ。
Well, I am certainly no innocent paladin, so I'll bind you with vines a moment longer, if you do not mind.
どういうことだい。
This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
Stop! What are you doing?
モルダ。
He's the one who saved us!
He's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Yup. Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved one of my friends from a druid with a snake. Knows when to be discreet too. I pretty much trust him with my life.
助けといてよかっ
True
た。
soul with a mind of his own? How is that possible? What in the hells is that thing? More or less. Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand what that artifact is. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark. Tell me, why have you come here? Then you found an ally in me. For that is precisely why I am here. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
最後の光亭だ。
It's for a good call. Jahira seems sure of you. I hope she's right. This barricade might keep the shadows out, but it won't help against what's already inside.
If Jahira trusts you, I trust you. But I'll be damned if a bug brain doesn't creep me out.
Got to have a plan first. Got to trust Jahira to come up with one.
Never thought I'd see the day Jahira shows mercy to a true soul. Or whatever it is you are.
トゥルーソウルは嫌われているね。
See any movement out there?
What's inside?
まともな物資じゃないね。
You look well equipped. Good. You wouldn't believe the state of some of these lads.
Let's head inside. There's food and warmth to spare.
中に入りなさい。
Don't wander far. We need to talk. Thought you'd be 10 yards tall, the way my people speak of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one. Glad you've kept your humor. The others could use it. What's left of us. We were ambushed out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Likely we should have surrendered, but they were toying with us. Making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse. The time for hoping is past. I've got to get what's left of us to the city. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
陛下だ。おいで猫ちゃん。来い。来たぜ。猫好きとしちゃ 猫好きとしてはさ、なぜさせてくんねえのか。
Why would anyone keep such neurotic creatures as pets?
そこがいいんじゃないか、猫ちゃんは。みんないる。
You're heading into the towers, are you? Good. I pray it's not too late for Duke Ravengard.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers? I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But in case you don't find a way, I'll be heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives. Except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketheric throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse or the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing.
If you're poking around this god's forsaken place, you must have someone in Moonrise too. Hope you find them.
An extra blade could be the difference between rescuing Duke Ravengard or losing him forever. I hope you'll help us.
Nice to see a friendly face come out the shadows for once.
We're discussing fist business, and you're no fist.
Flame Color. That's your name, isn't it? Art Color? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken. A Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back. We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
No idea, I'm afraid. Whoever it is must be someone important to him. He's been saying the same thing over and over, ever since we found him. You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me. A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even who want to be seeing you. If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
ころを探る。よし。医学なんてできんのかい。足りねえ。
You notice nothing that might indicate a prognosis. He spent a long time in the Shadowfell, a Sharan realm without color or light. It's had a terrible effect on him.
He's been in the Shadowfell. All memories will have been stripped away. We need to remind him who he is. Some personal effects, maybe?
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway.
His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
If he does, he isn't sane.
Parchment in his pocket.
Just another crate.
Heard you're meant to be heading toward the towers. With a single word, Floric could charge the coast's most powerful force with taking back the Grand Duke. We ought to be doing just that, not babysitting this stump. And yet, orders are orders.
Orders, orders. 手紙。どこだい？
So he was at the House of Healing. Wonder what he found.
目覚めさせる手段があるのかね。広いな、意外と。
The light here warms me.
That might be worth a look.
Surely a great blow to the cult.
上にも人がいる。そろそろ終わるか、時間も時間だし。
Please, be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you.
回線不安定ですか？なんか多分さっきは太閤秀吉みたいになってるじゃないか、頭の後ろ。多分オートセーブのそのイベントのタイミングでオートセーブしたからアプリが落ちたんじゃないかなと思います。けど回線不安定か。
You want to deny the parasite has any sort of hold on you, but somehow you can't. Jahira spots your confusion, and her eyes narrow.
It's the wine. I added a herb to your cup that betrays your lie. Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I?
任せろ。
Good. Because I'll cross your heart myself if you break it. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. Believe me, he was well and truly dead. I locked his corpse in the Thorn Mausoleum myself. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketherick live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. Not immediately. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketherick is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. Without a cure for your infection, your days are numbered too. Yet you selflessly offer to spend them fighting alongside us.
パラディンだからね。
I like you. I promise I will do everything I can to make sure you survive this. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketherick's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet. You're not our only secret weapon. Isabel, a faithful cleric of Seluna, and a light in the darkness.
豊臣秀吉の兜ってこんな感じですよね。
She cast the moon shield
神
around
々し
the
い
inn.
ですね、なんか。
It's the only reason we're still alive.
確か。
She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
生きた伝説、芸人生きた伝説、おもろ。ここで終わりましょうか。日付も変わってしまいましたし、上の階のやつに喋んなきゃいけないのね。今話ちょっと途中聞いてなかったけど。ではセーブして、ではここで終わりたいと思います。お付き合いいただきましてありがとうございました。お察しこつかんお疲れ様でした。またタイミングがあったらお待ちしてます。ではおやすみなさい。上の階行かないと。